Hi everybody, and welcome back to Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. And my next project, the Arma Hobby 1/72nd scale Hurricane Mark II-C Tropical Part 1. So first off, it is a side opening box, which is a real bummer for some people, but it doesn't really particularly bother me because I don't use the box while building. It has this handy sticky bag, everything carefully packed inside of there. And here is what we've got. Let's talk about the instructions first. All right, it's a nice booklet form, lots of information on the front. Polish and English are the languages that are on here. Here's information on the aircraft itself. Down here we have the color callouts, which is kind of nice because they offer the color codes for a number of different brands. Hataka, AK Real Color, Life Color, Ammo by MkIIc, Humbrol, Vallejo, and Tamiya. So that's kind of nice. Then it shows what comes in the box, in this case decals, clear, and plastic parts. On the bottom we have a masking template for the two different kinds of canopies that are in here, and also for the wing lights. So that's kind of cool. And then we get into the actual instructions. It does have a legend up here: symmetrical assembly, decals, bend, which we won't be using because there's no photo etch, drill, there might be some drilling, not sure, remove, and roll, which again would be pertinent to photo etch. It starts out with the wings and the landing gear bay, and then moves on to the cockpit and the assembly of the two fuselage halves. Then we have the fuselage to the wings, the radiator, and the tail controls, horizontal stabilizers, and the rudder vertical stabilizer. Then we move on to landing gear, and then the last two steps, adding all the small parts and canopy, windscreen, and prop, and the antenna, which I'm going to save for the very last because I'll knock it off. And then we get into the color schemes. We've got two. Number one is Hurricane Mark II-C Trop HL8 aircraft HL855 AXZ. Number one squadron, I'm assuming SAAF is South African Air Force, possibly. Lieutenant Stuart Bomb Finney. LG 142, Egypt, September 1942. And then we have second option, which is Hurricane Mark II-C Trop LD 726Y 113 Squadron RAF pilot flying officer Graham Scallum, Burma, 1944. So between the two, they're both cool looking, but I prefer this one. So this is one I'm going to be doing. I've always wanted to do the middle stone and dark earth, or scheme for this particular aircraft, and this is my first Hurricane, so I might as well go all out and do everything new and fresh. But it has the blue bottom, and then the insignia red is what is on the spinner. So there we go. Then on this last page we have We Recommend, and some more of their kits, which they have quite a few Hurricanes, which is kind of nice. And then they have Yaks and PZL P11s. So they have quite a few kits, and they're all supposed to be really good. Then the back page is a really nice color profile of both of the color schemes. So that's the instructions. Let's take a look at the decals. Okay, so there's this small one here, which is for the option that I'm not doing, but apparently they didn't put it on here, so they had to do it as an extra little one. And then we have all of these here. Now, in looking at these, the roundels look kind of orangish. So I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I'm gonna have to look at that because I can't see him making them that orange by mistake. So I'm gonna look that up. Maybe the South African Air Force or whatever had orange and blue roundels. I'm not real familiar with them. So if you know, put it down in the comments down below and let me know. But here's all a bunch of stencils and the decals for the instrument panel. But the decals look pretty good. They're really shiny, but you know, I'm going to be glossing it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then I'll flat over them. They don't look too overly thick. They look pretty good. They look to be in register as evidence right there. Let me zoom this in so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, it all looks pretty good. Looks really good as a matter of fact. So we'll see how those work. So now let's take a look at the plastic. So let's look at this one first. The clear parts. They look really, they don't look all wavy and weird. And I do like the fact, it might be kind of exaggerated, but personally I like it, is the frame around the canopy, because it'll make it a lot easier to mask it, whether I make the masks with the templates or whether I just do it with some masking tape. Just put it on there and cut them out. The leading edge, wing leading edge lights, the wing tip lights, and what I've noticed that manufacturers starting to do is on the back side of the light they're leaving a rounded divot. So all you have to do is whatever the color, say red in this case, you just put a little bit of red paint, and when you look at it from the outside it looks like a clear lens with a red bulb in it. So that's kind of cool. Same with these here. So yeah, that's gonna look nice. So, but the glass all looks good. So let's take a look at the actual one sprue. So this will be easy to hang up on my pegboard here. So I've heard that the detail is really good, and that seems to be the case here. The panel lines are super sharp, but they're not big gouged out trenches like a 1/48 scale Airfix kit might be. Looks really good. There is a little bit of flash on the trailing edge here and here of the wing, but that'll be easy enough to clean up. A little bit of flash on the prop. I'll have to be careful with this spinner because it's kind of twisted. I don't want to damage it whenever I cut it off. But there's a little bit of flash on there as well. But the little small parts, like this one right here, number 24 and 25, which are the landing gear struts, there doesn't seem to be any flash at all on there. Very faint mold seam line. So that should be easy enough to handle. So yeah, overall looks really good. A lot of nice, really nice detail going on there. Let's see. I'm not seeing any obnoxious ejector pin marks. There's some inside the fuselage here, but that's behind the seat, so those don't matter. There's one here on the back of the prop, but again, it's the back, so it doesn't matter. looks really good. Well thought out. Good grief. There's even, you may not be able to see it, but it even says Dunlop on the tires very faintly. So that'll be kind of cool to weather. You got a whole stack of guns and stuff going on here. So, yep, looks really good. So that is the plastic and the end of the box contents. So there you have it. The intro video to the Arma Hobby 1/72 scale Hurricane Mark II-C. So if you have any experience with this kit or one like it, one of the Arma Hobbies kits, I'd appreciate it if you put some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. Looks like a good kit, and I'd just like to know if anybody else out there's had some experience that watches my videos. So that will do it for now. So until next time, thanks for watching Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, and I will see you all later.